Hey guys, I know it's been a while, but I've started to plant stuff, and I broke this open and started mixing around and stuff. But this is my compost bucket. It's not really compost. I don't have a whole lot of waste here to begin with. So what I was doing was I was throwing soil in here and throwing some stuff to break down, and then throwing some more soil in and more stuff. Layer it. And start smelling funky. I add more yard waste. But this ended up being extremely amended soil. I don't know how this is coming out, but I am going to give you all a closer look. I've emptied half the bucket already, and I've been mixing it with some other soil that I have. It's pretty much an amalgam now. 3 or 4 different brands of soil, plus a little sand. And all of this is extremely rich. You can smell it. Well, you can't, but I can. This is extremely rich. And you dig into the soil and it feels kind of spongy, I guess. Not quite slimy, but somewhere in the middle. Not really a mud, although this can be shaped. It's just you can feel it. There's just a certain feel to it, which is extremely rich. I mean, there are little fragments of whatever in there. I don't have anything to really break down the larger pieces of matter, so they take a long time to break down in there. But that's fine. Plants don't mind any of that crap, you know. But I'm going to pull all of this out. I'm going to clean up the bucket. There's a lot of green slime in there. It's just, you can't avoid that here. If you have any sort of untreated water, you're going to get that. It's something I tried to grow. But in a bit here, I'm going to give you guys a closer look at this soil, this amended soil. Not quite compost, but really damn close. And then I'm going to do an update, so check that out. This can be used for compost tea, the steeped variety. I'll be posting up a link on that too, because I know I mentioned that a while back. But that's not my plan right now. I just things worked out a little bit differently, and this soil here is just fantastic. It's gonna grow anything. I'm gonna get in as much as I can. This is battery's about half dead already. But that is what's coming out of my bucket. I mean, look at that. Again, that's about maybe 1/3 to 1/2 soil, various soils I've used, and half organic waste. Half and half. And that's what it looks like. I'm gonna plant stuff in here. Well, let's take a walk. That water's fine. I've been rinsing my hands in it. It's rainwater. That is a different squash. The other one died. I have no idea how long it's going to take before it starts sprouting out little squash in the bottom there. But I do have to tie that to the stake. The stake which is actually part of the drying rack, which is starting to fall apart. That tomato is still alive. There's a couple of fruit on the top, but its day's about done. Pretty soon that bush is going to look better, and hopefully that one's going to look better. This one here never really did well. It's over 3 years old, but it's always been kind of a runt. I tried starting something in there that didn't work. This one's hanging on for dear life. I'm probably going to axe it next week. And this is what I've been talking about with the coleus. I have not had any luck. That plant's gone. Marigold's great though. I've planted them before and they've been really, really nice. So what I'm going to start here, okay, you see that tomato plant over there? It's about how high the cucumber gets unless I let it really start wrapping around. Let me show you something real quick here. These little bamboo stakes are awesome. I have a bunch of sets, and you could stick a bunch of them. I think they come in packs of 3. But I have a shit ton of those. They're great. Any kind of vine, anything that you want to grow upwards, they just work great, and they're cheap, and they last a very long time. They just don't. This is a couple of years old. It's still ticking. It's bamboo, so bamboo is very light, very strong, lasts a long time, and it's cheap. These guys haven't done much at all, nor have these. They just haven't. They're just hanging out. I have to trim this back again. It's a little distressed. I think I'm going to give it a little more food. Yeah, it needs to be trimmed again. I think I'll let it go another week. I'll just feed it today. And besides, critters like to hang out in there. No major changes. I grew some more radishes, and let me show you what kind they are.